Okay, so for this last video, we're going to talk about the my portion of the Discovery Education experience. You're going to finally get to see where my content is. I mean, you've seen the button every video here, but we're going to go to the my content and I'm going to show you all the things that I've already added and how you can see them in there. So you're going to see the folder that I created in district. You're going to see the folders that the administrator who set this school district's accounts up. You can see those folders that are in there. And you'll see like my uploads, you'll see what has happened to my quick list that I've added, trash, and then you'll see that how to organize content and filter through that. And then finally, I'm going to show you how to go to my classrooms, and it'll have like this weird view of student activities, assignments, reports right at the top, and it'll default to that. But also you can go to look at all your classrooms, all your students. You can look at the boards and the live activities that are going on based on that criteria. Okay, so here we are back into the Discovery Education online browser look. I can go to my content. This is the portion that I've been building all along. And you can see that all my content is right here. My uploads, I haven't uploaded anything, but I can hit upload and I can get some PDFs, I can get some images, I can utilize those. And then here's my quick list, which I can also get from up here. Well, there they are, quick list. So I can click on those, but I also can go to all, and then up here you can see my content, school content. These are the folders that were created for us. I think there's something in first grade. There it is. I added something to the first grade, but then I can also go to district content, and this is where I added a folder. And the wonderful thing is that now anyone in the district can see these videos that I've added. So it's kind of shared with everybody. And same thing with school content. They all can see things organized so we can collaborate and use those together. So the my content is actually kind of neat for saving all those items, saving all those items for you to build a board, a slideshow, use it for your assessment pieces for a video, so you can always access those. So that's that. So the last portion that I'm going to show you in the video is the My Classroom. Now, if you're fortunate enough to have the paid version of this, then someone has set it up for you. You might want to talk to your tech person to see exactly how that's set up. But like I said from the very first video, is you're probably connected via your single sign-on somehow, whether it's through a Microsoft account, an email account, a Google account, something of that sort. This one is associated with a Google account, but I had to log in differently since I'm not literally in the district, physically a teacher there. So like I said in my presentation, over here it defaults to student activity. Your assignments, the assignments that students have done, 0 of 1 complete, 1 of 1, 0 of 1, 0, 0, 0 of 1. Student reports, talking about what each student does. Student boards, no students have submitted a board. And this is the portion of I'm talking about that the teacher can create these studios, these slideshows, these videos, these quizzes, but so can the students. The students will have access. You'll give them the assignment, whether you give it to them in Google Classroom, Canvas, Blackboard, wherever you're giving them that link or you're making that connection to the Discovery Education content piece. You're also allowing the student to do something back with that possibly by using the resources in Discovery Education. And then you have My Classrooms. I'm just going to put all classrooms, and just like my assessment, my quizzes, I can go up here and I can click Create Classroom. And when I hit Create Classroom, I can name it, give it a description, and save. And now if I want to add students, I can add students manually, or, and I'm not going to show you this below because of privacy purposes, but I can go through the school roster because of the district that I'm in, and I can select second grade and I can find all second grade. So I could search students here look at specific grades. And as soon as I select that criteria, the list below that I'm not willing to show you will narrow down the students that are only in first grade that their last name is Sanders. So then you create your classes through that. So I'm going to go back to all classrooms, and that's what I did here. Basically, I just hit create classrooms, named it, and then I was able to add the students to that. View details, I can duplicate this class if I want something similar to that, but I want to call it reading A, and this one's reading group B, and this one's math A, and this one's math B. So I could duplicate those classes to save myself some time. So in here, I have a test student, and it's me. I used a different email address to test that. So I can do the actions over here, like I said before, where I can remove them from my classroom. I can log in as the student. I can edit that student's information because I'm the one who manually entered it. I can reset that student's password, and then I can give them a sign-in QR code, and the students can just zap that depending on what device they have, and now they're in my classroom. But most generally, it's very, very simple. Like I said before, if your district has set it up, then it looks at your student information system and it creates a data piece of each of your students, and then you just select that student and they're in your classroom. So the one thing that I wanted to show you is that I can log in as a student and I can look at the class through that student's eyes. So I'm going to look at the assignments. This is the home screen that they see. I'm going to hit assignments, and it's going to take me to the assignments they have. Right now, they don't have any, but they have a past due one. So I can click on that assignment, click open assignment, and it's going to tell me exactly what I'm supposed to do. And then when I'm finished, then I can share down, do whatever I need to do for that. We have looked at this from a student's perspective. It's pretty simple. On Chromebooks, the students just open it up. The icon for Discovery Education was there, or a link, however the admin set it up. The kids click on it, and then it says, this is what you have to do. I can only see limited things in the student view, but the student will see exactly what they're supposed to do. They click on it, and then they complete it. The one thing that I have discovered is that the assignments are not as interactive as teachers would hope, or as I had hoped. Basically, it's a place where you can offer this content, but completing things are not like boom, 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 easy. It's not like drag this over here, click on this, write on this. It doesn't give the students those tools. So a lot of times when I'm working with teachers, we have to implement Kami or some other annotation device to be able to have the students fill that thing out and then submit it through Google Classroom. So basically, it's another place that you can find content, offer it to the students. The students have to complete it in some way that's not interactive to be able to respond back to the teacher or create something back to the teacher. I think the thing that's most useful to using completely 100% the tool is you build something with the way I just showed you in the third video. The student gets that thing assigned to them in the classroom, and then the students create kind of the same thing like I showed you in 3. They create a studio or a board or a slideshow or a whatever right back at you. I think that's the best way of utilizing the tool. If you want to use it as a basic, I found this thing on Discovery Education Experience. I assigned it to my student in Google Classroom. The student completes it. That's the void part. The student completes it in this way. They either create a Google slide, they utilize the Google tools that they have in Google Classroom. They open Kami and they annotate something, and then they submit it through Google Classroom. But that's kind of the gray area, the weird void that I'm talking about, that the students don't quite have the 100% ease of completing that assignment and uploading that assignment back to you. Whereas if you allow them to kind of engage with the Discovery Education Experience tools, it might be a little bit more simplified for them. Well, that's Discovery Education Experience. I'm glad you were able to join me today in getting to learn at least the basics of that program. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at sanders@nwoet.org, and hopefully I can have a solution for you. Thanks for joining me. Bye.